I just burn everything down.
Oh. Let's see. What's left? Do you see a spot next to you? Oh, there's some people to make friends with. Come on, come in the door. Don't be a pancake. Because if you haven't made friends yet, it's too late. No, wait, you got that. Okay. Hey guys, apparently the video room is set up for simulcast, so if you want to head over to Addison Lecture Hall, you should be able to see this if you don't want to stand at the door. You actually are probably fine for the moment because it doesn't look too crowded, but that's an alternative for you. Okay, time check. I'm probably behind.
6 o'clock, 6:05!
You ain't got nothing I'm afraid of. You ain't got nothing I'm afraid of.
I know. Okay, well, I have to ask my very first question.
Help me.
That's not a question!
That's a standard response.
Yes, you're a furry!
Oh, or the hat of Texas.
Oh!
Stay away from me, Corey. No one will.
And we got on video, Istanbul. In bed!
Real question. Did you have a good time?
Yeah!
How many of you are lying? Okay. No worries. For the most part, we want to thank you. We had a wonderful time for the most part. I know I look frantic and I have like mean mugging foods going on, but I'm not trying to rage face you. I actually had a great time myself. I do admit I made one major mistake and I definitely need to apologize. We'll get into that with feedback stuff. So we'll talk about all that at the feedback session if you want to stay around for that. So my very first list, I want to note how it felt pretty crowded this year, did it not?
Yeah. Yes.
I have no idea.
You want to try to take a guess at the numbers?
1,400.
1 million. 4,000.
4,000!
4,000.
Okay, I'm not going to play this yet.
700.
Oh, you're terrible. Okay.
701. No, there were 7 people.
4,000. Go!
But now I swear, and I quote. That hurts more. I blame AD. What am I doing? Okay, I blame AD. According to my lovely reg people, I have 1,210. So we brought in a lot more. It's a great time. I know it feels a little bit crowded this year, and we are aware, and we will see what we can do. Here's tablet, do not upgrade firmware. At least it's half. For the most part, we did a lot of new things this year, and I want to definitely thank our GOHs this year. Mary Mouse from Mike Comics. It looked like she had a good time every time we saw her. We talked to her, and I'm going to blame maybe again. I know an art artist, so I thank her for dealing with me at that same moment. I hope we had a blast. Awesome. And we also like to thank again for Corey Bing for joining us from Every time I saw Corey, she was having a great time running her panels with her friends. I know she was like telling me earlier, it's like, oh my gosh, panels, don't want to talk about the people. I'm like, you can do it, we love you. And she looked like she was having a blast. Yeah. Awesome. We're very glad to have that. For the most part, I need to make a quick note just because I didn't want this here, but we're going to announce it here just because it was asked. As much as we've enjoyed our GOHs, we do have to find our next one, and we actually have them here. So you may have already met them and had a great time with them, and not have even known it.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun. I'd like to announce our first guest of honor, and we're very excited to have her. It'll be Heather Bruton. She'll stand up for us. with us for a good time. We've had, I thought she was real happy. Missed one year, I knew it was one of them. And we're really happy to have you, and we hope to come see you hopefully this year, and hopefully these happy GOHs will hopefully do the same direction with you. So you're telling me I can ignore you and you'll just do it all? We love you too much, we will do that. Winter, remind me what that is in Dallas. Our other GOH group, and I'm going to call them a group because that's how they are. So you're getting 2 for 1. It's a discount. It's not even like discount. It's like, I don't even know how to explain it.
Buy one, get one free.
We love them anyway. We have Dream Vision Creation, and that consists of Mama Yasha and C.A.R.E. These two here are Fursuit builders, and they look very wonderful for us today. They'll hopefully bring us a bunch of wonderful panels for you to learn how to do suits next year, as well as one another interacting with activities. We love you, and we thank you for joining us today. I like how you're like sitting in the summer, like you think you're better.
He is!
Yes.
Oh, okay, well, I can do something if you want.
Come at me, bro.
Hey, show this is the
Give me the chair again next year. Yeah, this time you stepped up. So how did you like it?
Oh my gosh. I had a wonderful time. I did have a wonderful time. I know I look excited. I've definitely got a good understanding of Fringe here. I believe this year I've learned from some things and hopefully do better. But at the same time, I do want to start kind of talking on some charity stuff, which makes this a perfect introduction for you. And charity. No. Well, let's talk
Goose!
Do we have
Hamster.
a mic for him? You know how to use this. You want to learn how to plug it in? Yes. Sorry.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay. For those of you, you know, why don't I just ask, who was here last year? Okay, who can tell me how much we raised for charity last year?
Not enough!
Correct. Well,
How many of you were here for opening ceremonies this year? Goodly amount. Now, how many of you remember what I said about the closest furry convention to us, OaklandCon, and how much they got last year? What did I say? Yes, they left us in the dust at about $8,000 because last year they had 300, they raised about 8,000. Last year we had 1,034, we raised 4,500. What?
Yeah.
So this year, since I wasn't con chair and I got to watch, well, where is he? Did he hide?
No.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him. I'd hide too.
First lesson, do not be seen.
How not to be seen? Well, this year I got to focus, and I got to brainstorm, and I got to do a bunch of neat stuff. I got to talk about, let's say, pies. You got to talk about, the charity poker tournament, all sorts of other good stuff. Well, right now, I have a number in my pocket. And baby, it's ready to roar. So last year, our total was about $4,500. This year, we are so close to beating Anthrocon. I'm sorry, I meant OaklandCon. You Hello. We're so close to beating Uncle Tom's total. Our current total, the charity auction and the charity poker tournament, and what C.A.R.E. raised at their own table, and the restaurant donations, and the art show donations, the donation box, the registration donations, and the buckets, of course, the buckets, all the buckets. I'm sure that all of you are tired of me talking about it already. Is $7,766.43. We are about $250 short of Elton Con, but closing ceremony ends at 7. Just let me check something real quick.
Lock the doors.
Oh, looky there, it's not 7 yet. So, I issued a challenge at opening ceremonies that I wanted everybody to contribute a minimum of $10. Raise your hand if you haven't contributed $10 yet.
I have no dollars.
Present it. Come to the front and
Throw coins at him. Throw rolls of quarters at him. Throw a chair.
Charity guys, when you were looking.